Hello, it's Heather from The Reading Mama, and I am going to continue this and make it a little mini series here, books for moms. So in my previous video, I shared some of my encouraging Christian books that are meant for moms, specifically moms. And today I have literature moms for moms. So these are books that I have read. Actually, I think I've read all of them with my kids. And they have moms in them that inspire me. So I'm going to start with a really easy one, Little Bear's mom. I love how she takes his spunky little attitude and just runs with it and keeps the imagination alive while also trying to keep him alive. And if you have little ones, you've read Little Bear, and you know that Mother Bear is just right on top of it, and the cartoon is really wholesome too. But Mother Bear, just because she encourages him and his eccentricities, and keeps a very calm demeanor about it, I really love that one. All right, let's keep going. I have, along the same lines, Swallows and Amazons. My kids did not super love this story, but I do love the mom in here because she basically lets her kids go live on an island in the middle of a lake for a summer. I mean, for several weeks. And they're out there rowing boat and things like that. And so the mom isn't in here very much, but when she does, she plays along with them. And I think that's so important, and I love doing that with my kids. I did it when I was a teacher, and now that I'm a mom and I have my own kids, now that I'm a mom, I've been a mom for 16 years. But I love playing along with them. And when, if you're a pirate today, then I'm going to go all in. I'm going to talk piratey to you. And we do that as much as possible. And I just love the mom in here who is very much into their game, very much willing to support them and encourage them with some safety parameters. Though her safety parameters are a little looser than mine. And you may have issues with Little Ma from Little House in the Big Woods and Little House books. She's a woman of the times, okay? That's all I'm going to say there. But if you have not read the books and gotten inspiration from Ma, I don't know what you're doing, because there are several times where she feels very relatable, because especially when she gets frustrated with Ma and his ever wandering pioneer heart and things like that. And I can see her bite her tongue, or the few times where she doesn't bite her tongue and she has to apologize, and just she feels very relatable and also very encouraging, because she is going through some really hard things. When you put yourself in Ma's place, there's a lot going on, and this is not an easy life. And she keeps a very content, heartfelt attitude that focuses on the Lord and serving her family, even when she's not in the best situations. Continuing along those lines, I have Marmee. If you have not read Little Women, I encourage you to do so. It is not like the movies, though I will say that some of the movies are better than others, and the newest one is not the best. But Marmee is just phenomenal. And her little speech with Jo about being angry all the time and having to bite her tongue and learning to tame her temper was very relatable to me. But there's other things where she's going out and she's helping people, and she, again, does not have an easy life. These are not easy times. This is in the middle of the Civil War, and all kinds of crazy things are going on. And she just, I don't know, she's just so encouraging, because even when, I think that chapter where she talks to Jo about losing her temper and having to learn to tame her temper, is so encouraging, to just show that she's not this perfect woman going out saving all the sick moms or orphan children, but she does do that. But at the same time, she does get angry, she does get mad, and she has to turn that sin over to the Lord. She has to trust in the Lord to help her get through hard times. Not every day is peachy, but she can still have a good attitude in spite of it. And Marmee is just so inspiring. Another one, and it doesn't have a pretty cover, so I'm going to turn it this way, but Understood Betsy. And Understood Betsy follows the story of a young girl who is orphaned and living with her aunts. And you start the book with one aunt and you think, oh wow, I should be doing what this aunt is doing. And then you keep reading, you're like, oh wait, that aunt was doing all the wrong things? Oh no, what am I supposed to be doing? And she goes to live with another aunt, and you learn all the right things. And you just, I don't know, I just feel like the aunts in this story are so encouraging to me as a mother, and I fully loved it. And then I would be remiss to leave off Miss Marilla. Miss Marilla is such an encouraging mom. Again, if you notice, my moms that I get encouragement from here are the ones who play along, the ones who have fun, but who also are very real and are always happy and content and struggle with their temper, but learn to rein it in and to find contentment in their days. And so those are some of my inspirational moms from literature. If you have read a book where the mom character was just like, that inspires me as a woman, as a mother, as a grandmother, whatever, drop it below, because we're trying to find books for moms for Mother's Day that are going to just bring a smile to our face and give us enjoyment and joy as we read. So those are some of my favorite literature moms. What are your favorite literature moms? Drop them below. Have a blessed day.